Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Kasha and today is Thriller Thursday. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Here every Thursday I do a story on a true crime murder mystery. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button because I am here for you every Thursday. And I am trying to get my subscriber count out, so please help a sister out, please. Just wanted to point out that today's killer was personally picked by Cami the Killer Murderware. So thank you, Cami. This video was made specially for you. Now, if anybody else wants to pick a killer, you can just put them down in the comments below and you might see that killer in a future video. Today's story is on Chisako Kakehi. She was dubbed as the Black Widow after the female spider that kills and eats its partner after mating. Chisako baited and preyed on old, lonely, and wealthy men. Killed them and took their life. Story begins. Born Chisako Yamamoto on November 28, 1946. Chisako grew up in a middle-class family. She had very good grades and dreamed of going to the university. Her traditionalist father deemed it improper for a girl to pursue further education. Instead, he wanted her to get married. She worked as a bank teller from 1965, quitting in 1969 when she married her first husband, just like her father always dreamed of. They had 2 children. He was an Osaka-based truck driver. Later, he turned to a successful entrepreneur with a fabric printing company. Now, at this fabric printing company, they had cyanide. And this is how Chisako got a hold of this deadly poison. Chisako was married for a good while with this husband. It wasn't until 1994. Her husband was just discharged from a hospital from suffering a heart attack. He was looked over and the doctor seen him and said, he's fit to go home. So they sent him on home. That very night, he mysteriously died. Now, Chisako tried keeping the printing company afloat all by herself with her husband away. Well, with her husband dead, that is. But she was not successful at all. The printing company ended up folding in 2003. In 2004, she got remarried. Now this is husband number 2. She had met him from an online dating agency. Oh yeah, she found her hubby.
She narrowed her search results down to elderly men with no children and that were wealthy.
He was a manager of a pharmaceutical wholesaler. He died of a stroke in 2006. That's 2 years later after they got married. In 2007, Chisako got engaged to Toshoyaki Suhiro, a former official from Kobe, like Kobe beef. The 79-year-old collapsed in the middle of the street and was put on life support until 2009. He eventually died of cancer. However, traces of cyanide poison was found in his blood samples that the hospital had kept. In 2008, Chisako got married again, husband number 3. She married Takashi Yamamoto. He was an agricultural entrepreneur. He died at 75 years old. He suffered a heart attack. That was only 3 months after they got married. Now, these deaths could not be proven as murders, for as their bodies were all cremated long back and no autopsies were conducted since that, because of their age. Now, suspicions now lurk on these deaths. Now, investigators were able to connect Chisako to 4 of the deaths when she received her sentence. In 2011, Chisako got engaged to Masanori Handa. He died of arrhythmia at 71 years old, just 6 months after they got married. Chisako was seeing 75-year-old Minoru Hayoki, who was a retired architect. They suspected that she poisoned him during a dinner with her in 2013. His death was originally thought to be due to lung cancer, till investigators proved otherwise. Chisako was finally arrested in 2014 after her 4th husband, Chisako Kakehi, was found dead in his home in December 2013. It was only 1 month after they got married. Chisako was inconsolable when police interviewed her. Given his age, the police were about to just quickly close the case until a sharp-eyed detective started poking in and looking into things. Man, she almost got away with it. Think about it, that's crazy. All these murders. So the sharp-eyed detective began to suspect that Chisako had something to do with it. Now, could this grieving widow be the killer? By then, Chisako was already on the prowl, looking for her next victims. She was already seeing 2 men when the police caught up to her. Now, it was very hard for police to track Chisako because she kept taking on the surname of whomever she married. Once they were looking for one person with this last name, she had a different last name. So it was pretty hard to find her because she just kept changing like a chameleon. She also took on the surnames of her common law husbands. So she just kept taking on different last names and opening up different bank accounts with these new last names. So it was very hard for them to keep track of her. Now, it wasn't until November 2014 when they finally caught up to Chisako and arrested her. That was almost a year after she killed her last husband. Chisako confessed to the killing and the murdering of her husband. She said she killed him because
He gave money to everyone else.
but didn't give her any money. 3 years after she was arrested, she was sentenced to be hung. She was found guilty on 3 murder charges and 1 count of attempted murder. Now, her lawyers tried to say that it was unjust on, charging her for these crimes. They tried to say that she had dementia. Tried to flip the dementia crazy card. However, the judge was not taking that. He said, no, these were premeditated murders. She had got the cyanide a while ago and hid it and was slowly feeding it to her husbands and lovers. She was slowly poisoning her lovers and husbands. So this was premeditated. Altogether, Chisako was able to swindle $12 million in insurance and payouts left in her name by her former husbands and lovers. She didn't have much left by the time they caught up with her because she made some horrible investments inside of stocks. At the time of this recording, Chisako is still alive. They have not carried out the death sentence yet. Now, what did you think of Chisako? You think she was crazy? Do you think she really had dementia? If you want to pick the next killer, please don't forget to just write their name down below, and I will go and do some investigating. This is all I could find so far on Chisako Kakehi. Thank you all so much for watching and staying till the very end. Props to you, and I appreciate it very much so. And if you have time, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you didn't subscribe, please subscribe, and make sure to share this video with all your loved ones. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.